Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video. Today I'm going to be doing my cast assessment of the new castaways from Survivor 48. I've watched and rewatched their intro videos, and so I feel I have a good idea of who I'm rooting for and who I think may go home sooner rather than later. So let's begin. All right, so first up we have Bianca Roses. She's 33 years old, a PR consultant from Arlington, Virginia. And for the magazine or for the website that interviewed them, they asked them for one hot take in terms of Survivor. So her hot take was she wonders why they can't eat raw fish. Definitely an interesting take, but I like Bianca. I think she's a really cool person. She's from New Jersey, and she's pointed out that a lot of people from New Jersey have made it, like Tony, Cerise, Stephanie, Natalie Anderson, and we'll see if that New Jerseyan luck continues in her favor. But I think I think she has the potential to make it far in this game. And then up next is Cedric McFadden. He is 46 years old. He's a surgeon from Greenville, South Carolina. And his hot take is he believes Charlie should have won Survivor 46. Cedric is currently one of my favorites. I really liked his interview. He seemed very smart and very knowledgeable of the game. I'm really hoping he does well. You know, he's a surgeon, so you got to be steady on your feet while you're doing surgery. So I think he'd probably be good with um, immunity challenges where you have to like balance and stuff. So I'm rooting for Cedric. I hope he goes far. Up next, we have Charity Nelms. She's 34, a flight attendant from St. Petersburg, Florida. And her hot take, she wants villains back, and one of her favorite contestants is Russell Hantz. So I think with that, I think Charity might be the female villain of this season based on her hot take. It would definitely be interesting because we've had Dee, who I think was a Survivor villain, and she did a great job in her season. So I think Charity has a lot of potential in this. Up next, we have Christy Sarnowski. She's 55 years old and a fire lieutenant from the south side of Chicago. And her hot take is she hated the two quitters on 45, which were Hannah and Sean. So Chrissy is definitely my number one pick to win the game. I absolutely loved her interview. I loved her hot take. I totally agreed with it. She's 55, so she's, the older woman of the group. I think she might be the oldest contestant this season, and we all know how past Survivor players have treated the older woman when they do, in fact, make it to the final three. But I'm really rooting for her, and I'm really hoping that she can take it somehow. And next we have David Klein. He's 39 years old, a stunt performer from Buena Park, California. And his hot take, he would love to compete in brutal, his words not mine, one-on-one challenges. Um, so right off the bat, this guy is my least favorite castaway. He's very braggy about the things he's done. Um, I think he's one of those people that always likes to flex their muscle at any time. He's kind of like a douche bro in a sense, so but the thing is, he's very physically strong, so I think he's going to stay around for a while, especially in the post merge where he's probably going to help his team win a lot of immunities early on, so but do I want him to stay for a long time? No. And I think if he does make the merge, his arrogance is really going to annoy people. So all right, we have Eva Erickson next. She's 24, a PhD candidate. She's from Providence, Rhode Island. Um, she also has autism, which if there's someone who with a well, I don't want to say with a disability, but if there's an important feature in their character, I will make it a point. And her hot take is she believes you shouldn't ask someone what they plan to do if they win the money. So if they make it to final tribal council, she doesn't feel like the jury should ask what they plan to do with the money, which I agree with. I'm really rooting for Eva. She seems like a very um, can't think of the words right now, but I really am rooting for her. I think she can go far in the game. I'm really hoping that she can. I'm just really hoping that she can take it all the way to the end. So definitely rooting for her. Up next is Joe Hunter. He's 45, a fire captain. He's from West Sacramento, California, and his hot take is he wonders if D would have won 45 if people like Austin slash Drew hadn't played. I really like Joe. I think he's a good guy. He has a very tragic he has a very sad backstory where him and his sister were supposed to go on Survivor together, but sadly, his sister was the victim of domestic abuse, and she ended up dying because of it. Um, but he has a great story. He's a dad. He has two kids, and I think he wants to set a positive example for his children. So I'm definitely rooting for Joe. I hope he goes really far in the game. I know I'm being very complimentary right now, but trust me, um, there are definitely people in this season that either I don't feel one way or another, or that I don't think will make it. So, okay, and here's an example. Justin Piappi. He's 29, a pizza manager. He's from Winthrop, Massachusetts. And his hot take, he thinks Redemption Island is a good twist. When I was making my notes and when I was looking back at them, I could not remember this man. And then when I really thought about it, I'm like, oh yeah, the pizza guy. So that's how I feel. I have no real opinion on him. I don't know if he's going to make it really far. I think he might be a little too socially awkward, but we'll see what happens with him. But very forgettable for me. And okay, next we have Camilla Carthy-Jesu. Apologies if I butchered her name. She's 31, a software engineer from Foster City, California, and her hot take, she doesn't like Boston Rob as a winner. So, based on the videos that I've seen of her, um, I think she's one of those contestants that doesn't want to get like down and dirty. Like, I feel like she might want to sit out of the immunity challenges. I don't think she's going to be very helpful around camp in the early stages of the game. Um, I don't know. I just don't see her like being in it for like the workload of it, which is a very important starter if you want to try to be friendly with your team. So, and then Kevin Leung, again, apologies if I butchered the last name. He's 34, a finance manager from Livermore, California. His hot take is he likes people who are themselves, like Q, Liz, and Venus from 46. Side note, I don't think they watched 47 because none of the contestants here bring it up. So, Kevin kind of annoyed me with his video because he was like, "Oh, I don't want to be ugly. I just can't be ugly." And it's like, you are going to Survivor. Like, what part of Survivor is all about being pretty and trying to pretty yourself up? And again, just like Camilla, I feel like he is not going to get down and dirty. I don't think he's going to last long. I can see him annoying people with, constantly like trying to make his face look good or his hair look good. So I don't see him making it. And then we have Kyle Fraser, or no, Fraser, because Fraser would be Sier if I'm not mistaken. He's 31 and an attorney from Brooklyn, New York, and his hot take is he felt there were better players than Adam from Millennials versus Gen X. I like Kyle, but his so attorneys on Survivor have not had the best track record on the show, and he's an attorney, so he may struggle a little, especially if he announces it and then people might jump on, oh, well, he's an attorney, so he has to be smart. But we'll see if he's able to take it home for the attorneys that have not done so well in the season. And next we have Mary Zhang. She's 31, a substance abuse counselor from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and her hot take is she thinks that Applebee's isn't that great. I beg to differ, but that's neither here nor there. So I like Mary. I don't like the fact that her favorite winner is Ben from Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers, and that she says she wants to play a game like Ben. So not really sure how that's going to work out unless she just, finds a bunch of idols. But, we'll see where she goes. I'm not totally against her, even though I'm totally against her favorite winner choice. Up next is Mitch Guerra. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm like butchering a lot of these last names, but Mitch, he's 34, a PE coach from Waco, Texas. He has a stutter, and his hot take is he thinks Boston Rob is extremely overrated. So, how do I say this without pissing anyone off? I'm rooting for Mitch, but at the same time, I think his disability will play against him because in Survivor, you have to be really quick with the social cues. You have to try to get into conversations, try to make alliances, find the right group of people to work with. And I think he may be at a disadvantage because of his stutter, because watching his videos, he was speaking very slowly and he stuttered a bit. So, again, again, I'm rooting for him, but I'm just worried that he might not get far in the game. Then we have Cy Hughley. She's 30 years old, a marketing professional. She's from Simi Valley, California, and her hot take is she thinks Malcolm is an overrated player. So, Cy reminded me a lot of Emily from season 45 in the sense that she's very strong-headed. She said that you know, she likes not that she likes confrontation, but like she has a lot of opinions that she can't hold in, and I think she may be in trouble if she. I think if she can't adapt to the game like Emily did, then she may be going home early if her tribe loses. But we'll see if she can adapt. Emily adapted in 45 and she made it pretty far. So we'll see what happens with Sai. Shahin Davari is next. He's 38, a debate professor from Costa Mesa, California, and he loves the Final Four fire making challenge. Um, Besides me totally disagreeing on his hot take, I do not really have any strong opinions on Shaheen. He seems like a fun dude, but I don't know. I got really nothing out of his video or his interview. And next we have Star Toomey. She's 28, a sales expert from Augusta, Georgia. Her hot take was not posted anywhere, so I don't know what her hot take was. Um, I have to be honest. I see if her tribe loses, I can see her being the first one voted off. She just has so much energy. She's just all over the place, and I think her tribe mates will get very, very sick of her very quickly. So I have a feeling I'm making a prediction that if her tribe loses the first immunity challenge, she is likely the first one to get voted out. Then we have Stephanie Berger. She's 38, a tech product leader from Brooklyn, New York, and her hot take is she thinks the advantages are now becoming disadvantages. So, Stephanie, she says she's, big boss energy, so I think she's going to have just based on her video and everything, I think she's going to have a really, really hard time of letting that big boss energy go. I think she's going to be overbearing to her tribe mates. I think they're going to be annoyed with her. And I don't see her making it very far unless her tribe just continuously wins immunity challenges. And finally, we have Thomas Krotinger. He's 34, a music executive from Los Angeles, California. And his hot take is he thinks multiple advantages aren't a bad thing. Um, Again, I had no strong opinions on this guy. He's he's gay, so you know that's good. But other than that, like I just didn't have a really strong opinion, bad or good or bad with him. So we'll see how far he can go. And I have my top three players: Chrissy, Cedric, and Eve. These are the three that I really hope somehow make it to the end. Uh, I don't know if I just don't. I just really hope these three make it to the end because from the interviews and the videos, these were my favorite picks. And that's about it. See ya.